Welcome, everybody, to the Is a Mike Salon Poetry Slam, hosted by your main man, The Unstoppable Bloodbath. So this Sunday, as we advertised for multiple weeks now, we did a pretty good job at letting y'all know in advance we was doing this. I know sometimes we a little behind, but this time I said, nah, the streets need to know that y'all got bars. Yeah, y'all got bars. So all the guys, they went home. They got their poems together. They got three separate poems. They went home and wrote them. And it's going to be a competition format. Okay, competition. We got the first round is going to be about nature. The second is going to be about their favorite like song lyric, what it means to them. The third one is going to be about their favorite food or just food in general. We like to leave stuff vague, but they already wrote them, and y'all are going to decide who moves on. Y'all going to be like, okay, this poem is amazing. You got to keep it going. That's up to y'all. We're gonna make polls and everything. It's gonna be lit. But before we get to the work of the guys, we got a special guest. We got Dope Knife here. Dope Knife is a rapper from Savannah, Georgia. He got his album coming out in November and his single dropping on September 9th. Dope Knife came by to give us a sneak preview of his bars. So Dope Knife, take us away.
Yo, fasten your belt. A water ride from caps when they melt. Now put the gap back on the shelf before you clap at yourself. Now the gap in the wealth, I came to frame it for you. Paint a picture on you. Then I warn you, if you listen all through, that I didn't force you. Of course you're not alone. Satellites, Obama's drones, agents at your mama's home, taping while you on the phone. Like a whiny kid for shiny shit, begging buy it for 'em. Find a forum. Don't be energized by other guys' decorum. You hear it? That's the sound of an inner city. The air is giving cancer benign and in your titty. They sitting pretty, fixing committees to oversee your ovaries. Then, of course, for intercourse, they told you how it's supposed to be. And it be the same shit overseas. Everybody's doing drugs so their brains cooked over ease. Nobody seems to shrug by how strange their motives seem. We all toke the bud and their games get no reprieve. No one seems willing to retort. Fracking got your tap stream like the Human Torch. Schools don't get the backing, funds were lacking, now kids doing snort. Bills that they were masking, they were passing that shit through the courts. But we don't make the type of noise for that the way we do with sports. Who'd have thought? Hack computer ports, snatch your data raw. Guess it's time to party like it's 1984. Take the cure. I ain't scared of goons and goblins. I'm scared of strange fumes with toxins. In caged rooms I'm boxed in. And what to do with these options. And these fascist fat cats thinking who's gonna stop them. The more money involved, the more they tame you. Fuck that. Treat the rich just like Bane do. Same crew, wearing all camo like a mercenary. Hope these motherfuckers brought ammo cause my words are scary. I first burst my verse cherry like the Virgin Mary. God heard me swearing, and then he gave a curse for bearing. So that's an albatross. I hold it till it's burning. It's more than just a brag. It's a habit and a burden. D-O-P-E, it's tatted on my sternum. I have to be a savage. Being average isn't working. For certain, it's nothing I'm getting deep into. Off the wall, gotta catch them all like they Pikachu. Peekaboo, the hunger makes it hard to keep my cool. But I'm a lover, I don't want beef like vegan food. Dope.
That was good. I'm gonna let y'all know right now that's probably way better than anything that the guys wrote. Uh, Again, thanks to our special guest Dope Knife for showing us what rhymes could be. Okay. Again, check out his album dropping in November. His single coming out September 9th. The album's called what? The Dope One. That's what the album's called, y'all. I'm gonna listen to it. So I think. I think the guys are right. Ain't nobody called you yet. All right, so it looks like the guys are ready now. So the guys are ready. We're gonna start the actual competition. Remember, every round has a theme. So again, the first round's theme is nature. All the guys are gonna come out and do a poem about nature, what it means to them, how it makes them feel, and it should be interesting. So, first poet coming to the stage, Mike C. Time. Yes, Mike, it's your turn. You can walk out now. Yes.
See? You're not doing your job, bro. I just want to start off by saying this is bullshit. That I have to follow this motherfucker. I did call you, and I don't know why I did. All right. I don't have my shit memorized. So, well, I'm not listening to you because you already know you gave me all types of wrong instruction. All right. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? All right. All right. Let me know when y'all are ready for me to start. All right. So this is the first one. This is about nature. Have you heard of the woman who's carried the world on her back? The kind-hearted woman whose motivations men spent centuries trying to unpack. I met her once when I was 15 in the most unlikeliest of environments. On a bus taking me home from that high school-shaped imprisonment, not sure why she chose to spoke to me out of all those other faces. Maybe she could tell that my childhood mind was due to transfer phases. She told me how she'd been walking for ages and was happy to rest, how she'd gotten nothing but gazes from the one she expect to assist. She said, I gave life to the world and never looked for a thank you. I only wanted respect for creating the winds that blew and maybe for creating the vegetation that supplies the world with the breath that you take daily. For giving you water to drink from the vast oceans and the skies, and never once did you stop to wonder if the rain was wheeling my cries. I gave you gardens to cultivate, supplied you with food from my breasts and nutrients from my mouth, and all of this beauty to digest. I gave you experience to endure and sights to admire. I provided you with the grandest of forests, but you set them afire. You butchered my gardens to create You butchered my gardens to create structures for your sick misery dispersal, and use those structures to make money from dead trees and have the audacity to call it full circle. You destroyed my breath with your pollution and my heart with your spells. You murdered my children with impunity, but then pray for peace amongst yourselves. I created a home for you in hopes that my body would be a place for love universal, but you're more concerned with the opinion of the father when it's the mother that birthed you. My bushes have been burning for centuries as you've been killing me ever so slowly, and you refuse to remove your footwear and consider all of this land holy. You challenge me regularly like a child refusing to do its chores, but when my heat puts you through hell, you just ravage my shores. When the gift of food I gave you becomes inedible, you just create them in labs. When I spit viruses at you with no cures, you just laugh at your brethren sleeping forever on slabs. I'm at my wit's end. I have no idea what else to do other than start over after eliminating each and every one of you. At this moment, we approached my stop, and I prepared to get off, but looked at her one final time, asked her how I could help, and she scoffed. You've helped by listening. Now tell anyone you can about how their mother's face has been slapped so many times by their hands, and that's only so much time before I can give up on my children. Promise me you'll tell them. My response was, consider it done. We have a mother who's been abused and neglected after giving her all for us, and the least we could do is listen to her cries, recognize her pain, and adjust. Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That was good. That boy good. That was way better than I expected. I had the lowest of expectations for all of them. But you know what? Mike told me. Mike was like, nah, bro, I really used to do this poetry shit. Like, I am poetry. I was like, oh, okay, Mike. He said, I retired because I was too good. I said, Mike, the only people who retire because they're too good are fighters. He said, nah, bro, I'm really about this life. And I think he meant that shit from his heart. So, that was, hey, I don't know how they're gonna top that one, honestly. Everybody else is on watch. Next, coming to the stage is, hey, son, hold up. That camera went out. It was 1 second, y'all. My camera went out for some reason. We good. Coming to the stage is Modest Media, a.k.a. Rod.
Oh, okay. Damn, y'all got some just as much. Yo. That was really good, Mike. Damn. Like, I really didn't expect that, bro. I really did not expect that. So, like, now I'm like, damn, I got to follow this motherfucker. Shit. I know. I'm like, what? It was good, right? I was just like, okay. All right, so nature, okay. We ready? All right. All right. Who's down with OPP? I know you like, here go this nigga Rod again on some other shit. Not sticking to the topic, about to talk in circles, confuse his own damn self and expect everybody else to get it. What can I say? I can't help that I'm this way. I mean, being an analytical thinker is a tough job, but somebody got to do it at the end of the day because who really wants to hear an echo chamber? See, some see me as a naughty contrarian, but it's just in my nature to see other people's perspectives. So are you down with OPP? Yeah, I'm talking subjective, not suggestive as in other people's property. So in typical fashion, I'm just showing a little bit of modesty by simply giving my humble opinions. Well, actually, maybe not tonight, because this is like a battle, right? So I'm here to fight for my life, like instead of saying, in my humble opinion, I think everybody here would do well on the mic. Nah, fuck Kenneth B, Beezy, Sophie and Mike, FIFA and Rod, the people want to know, wait, is this mic still on? I'm saying because you heard right, I said Rod too. He be on some cool, righteous, humble shit. So this is how Voorhees is chopping through. And I ain't down with OPP. Other people's poems. So ultimately, y'all thought, right, I am on some other shit, like sitting by a lake on a Friday night trying to plot, write, and recite different ways to eliminate my ops, despite their efforts of putting up a fight. So maybe I am down with OPP, like obtaining the proper praise. So let's all stand up right damn now and give a standing ovation because honestly, deep down, y'all really prefer Jason on the stage. Not Rod.
Okay. Give it up for Rod. Or was that Jason? We don't know. I can honestly say that I didn't expect him to change the theme. Hey, yo. It wasn't about nature in a way, right? I guess it was about his own human nature. That's what it was. He didn't make it about trees, or water, or any of the natural elements of the earth. He said, it's the elements within me. That's what this poem is about. The elements within me. The Rod versus Jason debate was on stage for us all to see. So, after that one, he had a couple good bars I can't hate, but after that one, we're going to get into our next contestant. Our very own Bad Advice Ken. Come on out. Shit.
The goddamn stage. They let me on this motherfucker. Got to get my Drake on, y'all. Hold on. Here we go. Song about nature, man. And speaking of nature, I got 2 kids, and I remember I was helping my kid with homework. It was algebra. It was some weird shit. This ain't even my point, but this is some weird shit. I'm just telling y'all what happened. And when I got the shit right, I was like, hot diggity dog. I don't know why I said it. The shit just came out of nowhere. But speaking of kids, though, this piece is actually about them. And I call it Naughty by Nature. Jimmy crack corn, y'all. But I don't give a fuck. All I care about is my Leland cypress tree that won't grow anymore for me. I did all I can, but that tree just don't give a motherfucking goddamn. And all I could think is that it was a setup by the man. It's a sad occasion, because I planted it for an occasion. 2 trees nice and tall, and now this motherfucker won't grow at all. I think I'm gonna have to cut the motherfucker down, y'all. And it's making me depressed. But it is what it is. Say motherfucking less. Is this motherfucking mic on?
Now that is how you perform. Damn! He was talking about the trees and shit. He stayed on theme and shit. I loved it. Riveting, some would say. Thrilling to the ears. Damn. So after that, we only have one contestant left. I don't know what they're gonna talk about, because we've only had 2 people stay on theme so far. So really all they gotta do is stay on theme and I'll be impressed. I don't know what Beezy has for us. But I will tell y'all this: Beezy was very excited about this. He been writing I know he started at least 2 weeks ago. I know he has. So I'm assuming he got some real bars in the tuck. I'm expecting something about Detroit. He gonna talk about Detroit's nature. I don't know what their nature is like, but he gonna let us know. So coming to the stage, our very own Beezy 430.
I try to make it dramatic. No, I wasn't. No, that wasn't the way. No, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing that. Wasn't doing that at all. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Did we go? All right. Nature theme, okay? People know. Why I'm nervous? I spent. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm so nervous. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm so nervous. All right. I spent long walks with you from time to time. I love having long conversations with her because I think she's fine. I'm mostly relaxed and at peace every time we spend time together. I'm mostly sad as hell whenever I leave because I know our time won't last forever. I can slow dance with you while the sun sets, have breakfast with you when the sun rises, build a sandcastle with you, and I still don't want to leave you to no surprise. I look up to the blue sky and see a reflection. I keep trying to look for one, but I don't see no one is imperfection. I trust you enough to not bring my Smith & Wesson. You can watch and take plenty of naps. You can watch me take plenty of naps and also have my mobile beat making sessions. You've seen people get proposed to, married, and drunken love nights, but rarely you see people having fuss and fights. Now, if you think I'm describing a woman from head to toe with a good-looking peach, really I'm describing my other love, and that's the beach.
That was good, y'all. I told y'all, he been writing. He told me, he's like, Kev, I'm taking it seriously. I'm not here to play with these motherfuckers. And he wasn't. He meant that from his heart of hearts. So, now it's your turn to vote. It's your time to get in there and let us know how you really felt. So, we also, we got 2 minutes on the poll. So, whoever gets the least amount of votes is going home. Not going home. They're not going to be reading no more. I don't know why I said going home. Yeah, that's it for them. It's curtains for them. So make sure whoever poem you did not like, do not vote for them. You only get 1 vote. So whoever was the best, they're clearly moving on. Now we're gonna read a submission from y'all. We asked y'all for some poems, and luckily, y'all gave us some. So I'm gonna take this time to read a poem from one of y'all. This poem is from Joshua Burton. I love all the dead, both at the moment they unwed. Themselves of shame, and before that, the two men who think they will never die are two opposing laws. The will to live and the will to live a little longer. In a room in June full of bike parts, empty big lighters, and grease, and takes 10 minutes to open the door. And I am afraid of. Hey, look, am I reading this in the right order, Josh? Let me know, because something ain't right here, bro. Hold up. Let me know if I'm not. Am I supposed to. Hold up. Are the stanzas mixed? I'm reading this correctly? Okay. I'm going to start over, Josh, because maybe it's me, Josh. I'm the problem. It's never you, Josh. Blame me. I'm going to start over. Grace Engine is the name of the poem. I love all the dead, both at the moment they unwed, themselves of shame, and before that. The two men who think they will never die are two opposing laws. The will to live and the will to live a little longer. In a room in June full of bike parts and big lighters and grease, and takes 10 minutes to open the door, and I am afraid of him. We are like brothers, like canyons, a fulmination between us, all red, all black. My real brother, once while half asleep, put a hot iron against his cheek, thinking it was the phone. It was hard to tell the truth. And it was hard to be in a room with so many words. The walls with holes the size of fists. And pulled the pistol from his jeans and placed it in the space between his ear and eye, like creating extra sense and pointing to it. Once before, he told me if I were to suicide, he would piss on my grave. Again says there will be a God at the end of time, at the end of me. Asada Shakur says some people spell God with one O, while others spell it with two. To be in a room like this full of white ghosts and ropes tied together in little black knots is the opposite of being anywhere. After I fought the gun away from him, that hinge of metal between my fingers was human animal. Our fingers in the holes in the metal made us whole as a woman before matching out our side. Our second life? Machining. Ooh, I got it. Machining out her second life. And we're back. After that poem by Joshua Burton, again, we appreciate you for that, Joshua. Jelly, you can go ahead and end the poll now, so we can know who's moving on. Who's moving on up? East side. You gotta do a tiebreaker? Damn! Who's in between? I don't got it pulled up. Rod and B is in the bottom two. All right. So since we have a tie, we're gonna do just a poll with just them two. We're gonna give y'all, like, what do you want to give, another minute? We're gonna give y'all 1 minute to figure out whose poem you liked the least, well, the most, I guess, between them two. Only one of them get to move on, y'all. It's 3 rounds. We ain't got time for ties. So do right and vote for just one person this time. So we're gonna put another poll up, just Rod and B, and then we're gonna figure this out. You got 1 minute, just one. Nah, Nate. Everybody can't move on, Nate. That's not how this go. They say we don't give out consolation prizes here on Is the Mic Salon. We don't believe in that. Get good is the name of the game. Do better, as some would say. Hell no. So we're gonna give y'all 1 minute to get this together. Hopefully y'all make the right decision. I don't want to sway nobody's vote. I'm not gonna say whose poem I like more or less. I'm gonna just let y'all do y'all thing and I'm gonna give y'all your grace. And also, I'm gonna speak on the quality of the poems in this first round. This first round surprised me. I liked some of the bars. I liked some of the performances. Some people I can already see were leaning more into performance than rhymes, which, I mean, that's not a bad thing. If you know your strength, right? You know I'm only good at this one thing. So hey, let it happen. Do what works best for you. And I think that's why this first round ended in a tie, because people are torn. They liked all of them in their own way. Even the one that wasn't about nature, people still liked it in its own way. So I'm just glad that we at least have enough people to vote so we can have tiebreakers. So it means y'all are engaged, which is that's the best case scenario, honestly. So thank y'all again for coming in and tuning into the show. Share it with 2 friends, at least 2. If you don't share it with 2 friends, I'm gonna know that you're fake. Nate said, "Where's my poem at?" Ma'am, this is not about me. Okay, I don't know how this turned into asking me questions. I'm not in the show. I have to keep the show moving, man. So I can't be up there performing as well. You see, look, you know what I'm saying? That's what a host does. They keep the show moving. Polls closed. Who we got moving on, Jayla? So, polls closed. We already know what's gonna happen next. Round 2. We only got 3 posts left. Round 2 is the poem about song lyrics. Okay, a song lyric that meant a lot to them, or that they really love, they want to expound upon. So, the poets moving on are Mike, Rod, and Ken. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, our very own 430 has been voted off the island. He has been voted off the island. It wasn't up to me. If it was up to me, all of them would get to go again. That's a lie. But now we know who was really prepared. And honestly, I'm really disappointed because B been talking about this for like I said, like 2 weeks. And he been like, yeah, Kev, I'm going to start writing, Kev. I mean it, Kev. Detroit, Kev. Okay. I said, okay, B. So, it just got even colder in the D. Now, we are gearing up for round 2, getting our poets in order, letting them know who is and is not moving on. They took the news hard, y'all. We just had to tell them live. And if you could have heard the loud no that came from the back, it's not gonna picked up on this microphone, but you could have heard it, you would have understood. They're heartbroken. So I want y'all to go ahead and predict whose poem you think is gonna be about what in this song lyric round. Besides Rod, we know Rod's is gonna be a Jay-Z lyric. We know Rod's is gonna be a Jay-Z lyric, but the one that we probably cannot guess is gonna be Mike. We have no idea what his is gonna be about, and that's what makes it interesting. So, I know that he's ready. Oh, okay, never mind. I know that he's ready. But the one that we all know is gonna be about Marvin Gaye is our very own Ken.
One step at a time, y'all. One step at a time. I titled this one Visions. I wrote this during the previews of Bodies, 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 because I came here with the full intentions of dropping. Is the mic on? Is this motherfucking mic on? Come on, y'all, let's go. Stevie Wonder once said, or is this a dream or visions in my mind? I'm like, motherfucker, how? He said he's not the one to make believe. Well, you could have fooled motherfucking me and us and they/them. When it's hotter in July, my inner visions lead to a fulfillingness that only leads to my first finale, but it's never too hot for me to only be your part-time lover. Is this motherfucking mic on? Woo! Come on. I'm just warming up now, y'all. Oh, shit. I'm going to close this motherfucker. Let's go. What's going on, my Cherie Amour? I'm just a troubled man ready to burn the midnight love oil. You're all I need to get by, so take this heart of mine. Come get to this. I'll be your master blaster. It's signed, sealed, delivered. Here, my motherfucking dear. The mic is on.
Okay. The Stevie Wonder references was crazy. He took it there. He took it there, y'all. He took it to the upper room. He took it there, y'all. Damn. I did not expect that from him. But again, like I said, hey, some of them performances can carry you places. And it carried him, like I said, to the upper room. That man's up here in the stratosphere right now. Shit. He did a poem in the key of life, y'all. Like, that's crazy. I don't know who we got next, but they in for it. So, we don't know if he can beat that one, but we all know this next person's poem is going to be about Jay-Z or Conway. So give it up for our very own Rod.
Yo, kid is fucking crazy, bro. Yo. Yeah, this is so unexpected, man. I did not expect that. That's crazy. That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to Beezy 430, man. Thank y'all for voting for me, man. But yeah, shout out to Beezy 430, man. It was super heartfelt what he did. So, I don't know if Mike said this in the chat, but he will get an opportunity to still spit his poem. But dang, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all messing with my poem, for real. So, all right. And y'all niggas don't know me. I ain't coming with Jay-Z. Y'all don't know me, man. Hold on, where's my shit at? All right. Okay. I want to start this. All right. This is one of the. Okay, so you can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. Be optimistic. I can't sing worse shit, but so I kind of sang that under my breath. The lyrics are by Sounds of Blackness. So if you don't know, now you know. Go check it out for yourself, or just peep the montage on House Party 2. It's super inspiring. But anyway, it's lyrics like that as to why I am the way that I am. You know, overly positive thinker, always seeing the good in things, just really not giving a damn about things outside my own little world. Well, that's not entirely true, because honestly, I do care about you, your day, your well-being, and even your characteristics too. I'm sorry. Even your characteristics too. Be optimistic. It's always been an easy concept for me, you know. Growing up, not used to having much, basically living in poverty. So until recently, I learned that it's easier said than done. People go through shit. Mental illness, unexpected death, COVID, monkeypox. All that shit can weigh a ton. So can you keep your head to the sky? Be optimistic? No, let's be realistic, but not to be confused with pessimistic, because law of attraction is real. I'm not saying to be out here looking for the worst in things that can happen, because most likely they will. So slow your roll and get control of that will. Will you? Be optimistic or realistic? Shit, there's no rules to this. Just be both. But if you don't remember anything else from this poem, just remember, peep that Sounds of Blackness montage at House Party 2. It's super inspiring.
What we had there was a poem. Going to get the stage set for our next contestant. You know what I'm saying? We only got one person left. And I have no idea. Like I said, Mike is the one that I can't call it. I almost never know the artists that Mike listens to. He has a wide range of artists to pull from, because Mike, you know, he's an eclectic man, some would say. You know, he likes this, he likes that. He's about you and me. He's about all of us, you see. But I really don't know what this man's going to talk about. I'm assuming it's going to be just as good quality as his first poem, because again, when we pitched this idea, Mike was the most excited, because Mike said, I am poetry. Poetry is me. So we going to find out next. Coming to the stage, Mike C-Time.
Thank you. I appreciate that, y'all. I do. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize ahead of time. This one is a little bit long. I broke the rules and I tried to edit it down, but I just couldn't. I couldn't take much out of this one. So, yeah. All right. I love you like a fat kid loves cake. Now, I could say something sweet, but that's not the route I'm trying to take. I want to explain why I love you is not something to be tossed around and why that statement rarely leaves my lips unless accompanied by the sound of a quickly beating heart or blood pressure rising, a giant load of doubt, and impending doom surmising. But I'll tell you a quick story about the phase and the man that you're talking to. It dates all the way back to a 4th grade me at Calvary Christian School. Every school day after morning class, we'd be taken to morning worship, which was our version of mass. Lined up like cattle, we'd enter the chapel one by one, blindly ready to do battle for the Holy Ghost, the Father, and the Son. The preacher, who was like a rock star to us, would say a few words, and we listened intently because we knew we had so much to learn about life, about love, the details of right and wrong, relationships with our parents, our friends, and most importantly, with God. You see, God spoke to the kids in my class, not sometimes, but regularly. My classmates would get what we were told was the Holy Ghost, which left me confused, genuinely. While they were rolling on the floor, eyes rolled spiritually, and all I could think about was, why is he ignoring me? I had 21 questions for him regarding the feelings that I had. Was I stupid? Was I unworthy? Was I just born bad? Every day this would happen, and I was always the only one left out. Was I not good enough, dedicated? Was I not devout? While I was at Calvary Christian, he never spoke to me, no matter how hard I tried, no matter how many times I begged, pleaded, or cried. It reminded me of home, a lack of love from my father, not the heavenly one, but the earthly one, the one that I was taught to honor. Top it off with my brother, the 3 male figures in my life wanted little to do with me, even despite of how hard I tried to get each of them to just like me. It was out of the question, and this hardened me to love. The feeling of distension turned to contention. I spent most of my life with that phrase being extremely rare, seldom said, seldom heard, but those around me were unaware of the reasons that phrase rarely left off my tongue until I met you and was transported back to the Mike of Young, the one whose love was never received or reviewed, and that's why I want to say, I love you. I don't love you so you can say it back. I don't love you just so you can hear it and maybe make your heart clap. I say I love you because I want you to truly know it. I never want you to feel like my chest has nothing below it. I want you to feel like if you took your last breath tomorrow, that when your heart stopped suddenly, moments later, mine would follow. But I also want to say I love you so the heavens can hear it, not metaphorically, but literally. I want to talk to the Holy Spirit, the Father, the Son. I want all of you to know that I found the love I lacked with you, but thank you for the gift that you bestowed, my favorite person, my heartstring, my life's code. That's what this is. I say I love you so God will hear me and know that this is what love is. This love that you're getting is literally decades compiled. I love you like a fat kid loves cake. You know I'll do anything to make you smile. Thank you. Girl, you seem to love me now. Out, down, and out. You still have love for me.
Okay, that was deep. I see why he didn't want to cut any of that out. It makes sense now. That was great. Damn. Unfortunately, one of them niggas gotta go. So it's time for y'all to vote. We got the poll up in the chat. This is your moment. Do not miss your chance to blow. But one of them boys got to go. So, like I said, y'all got 2 minutes to vote. We're gonna give y'all a chance to figure out whose poem just wasn't up to snuff. I hope y'all don't tie again, because again, look, bro, just be honest. Just say, look, I wasn't feeling this one, and don't vote for that person. I can't call it right now. I can't call who's gonna make it, who's gonna move on. But I want to take the time to read another poem from one of y'all. This is another poem submission. We appreciate all of these. This one is from Cesare Talom, or Talum. This poem is called Ancobia Fallout. Y'all gonna have to bear with me on this one, y'all. This one is a lot of words in this one. So, whew. Ancobia Fallout. While the foundation of functioning, thriving society are damned to the margins by agents of insecurities, expected to carry their weights to the end of eternity, but the angels reject the shackles of normalized mediocrity. They soar to the heavens for the bliss of unconstrained liberty. The dead are celebrated and buried to rest in peace beneath the grounds marred and scorched by endless wars. and Osorani rises from the nest of the debris of their previous sanctuary, travels for miles along the path rotten with more bodies than before, mind lost to the trauma and snared by the net of hell's contemporaries, minds buried beneath the belly of Baphomet's behemoth, they still mourn. Memories flashing with fellow Ancobia, flesh upon faces torn asunder, painful reminiscences paid for the high toll of reliving childhood wonders, watching the ravished souls floating in endless unknown, autonomy useless in the face of a mannequin's pain groans. Reflecting back is a horrendous image that their blind eye can't believe. Reflecting back is a horrendous image that their blind eye can't believe. Commanded to be contained in a contorted cage, their own rage conceived, self-preservation is faltering to a feeble feeling of regretful reservations, motivated to drive away all momentum stored up for a burnt annihilation. Trudges along, struggles for all are shared among the small, but continues to search for the stolen blade sought for secure thieves' law. Desperate to reclaim the Akafina passed down through generations' codes, burdened by the honor of Niame to fly from the earth and slay in Oboyifo. Ingratiated by the tricks of Anansi and entrapped in a web of diverse stories, cursed by the fate of the tyrant's lesser hand to be banished as no more. Praying to the shrine of Oyan Kopan to be blessed by the death of wars, bygones cannot be bygones when beget by violence and generational trauma. So let the Abyssum lift Niame's spirits into a future where past wounds are healed and the remaining scars of her children drift between discerning reality and what's real. Again, that was Ancobia Fallout by Cesare Tolone. Great poem. Great poem. Jalen, who we got? Who got in the poem, Jalen? So the people keep asking what's Sophie's poem. Sophie ain't here, y'all. I don't know who told y'all that. Sophie ain't here. Sophie ain't got no poem. I'm about to find out who is and is not moving on. So I have some bad news to break to y'all. Unfortunately, Rod, aka Modest Media, will not be moving on in the competition. It's sad to hear because, I mean, you can tell he was really trying. He put a lot of thought and effort into his poem because the first poem was about himself, and then the second poem, he didn't do Jay-Z. That was really the biggest shocker to me because, again, everybody knows, as you said multiple times, Rod is Jay-Z's biggest fan. And he went in a different direction. It was different. I appreciated it. Get into our last round, y'all. We got one last and final round. One more. And this theme is going to be food. I don't know what they're going to talk about with the food. It could be a sauce. It could be a meal. It could be a drink. Drink counts as food, I guess. I don't know. It could be about biscuits. That's what my poem would be about, if I had to be honest with you. My poem would be the joys of Southern delicacy. I'm keeping 1,000 with you right now. I would have at least 2 lines about fish and grits, and sausage gravy would definitely get rhymed with extra wavy. I promise you. I'm telling you right now, that's what my poem would be about. But we're going to get into our final 2 contestants in the roundabout food. Give it up for Mike Seatown.
Sorry, give me 1 sec. All right. Given what Kevin was just talking about, I think he'll appreciate at least the subject here. All right, this is my last one. I just want to say real quick, I am super, super, super impressed by what everyone's done so far. This was a lot of fun, man. This was a lot of fun. I literally have not written in 10 years, if not longer, actually. So, yeah, this has been a good time, and everyone's fucking killing it. So even though people have been voted out, that is not an indication of the quality of their pieces. So just want to say that. And all right, my last piece. Salmon croquettes. This is one food from my youth I will never forget. Every Sunday, my dad would gather in the kitchen, and I knew that cheese grits and salmon croquettes was what I was getting. And the best part is he always asked for my assistance. It was one of the few times when I was young that he didn't keep me at a distance. I'd get to roll the flaky fish chunks in the bowl of flour and cornmeal mixed with the eggs and the seasonings. The more I talk about it, it feels more real. I can smell the croquettes cooking. I can hear them dropping into the oil, the sound of frying. I can also smell the alcohol on his breath and the sound of my mother crying. The eggshells crack, the insides pour out gorgeous. But over our amazing day loomed this doom because we knew what horrors we might have to witness. The aroma coming from the kitchen, the fish, the flour, man, that was the shit. But after our meal, there was always a chance that happiness would be finished. The same hands that flipped those popping pieces of deliciousness in that pan were the same hands that could caress you in anger if Jekyll showed up again. The same lips that would devour those grits with fried fish could be split from a punch if the situation so wished. Did that take away from the deliciousness of that dish? Not necessarily, but sometimes the smell of shame and metal in her food was mixed. Sad to say, anger was a regular side of those Sundays, and sometimes we'd pray for the rise of new sun rays, but occasionally those happy Sundays were times that couldn't be beaten, and there were genuine smiles on our faces while we were eating. That good dad spent a day in the kitchen making those salmon croquettes, and then later that good dad would create days that I wish I could forget, but I'll always cherish those days of grits, fish, and smiles, and try as hard as I possibly can to not let those memories of that man creep in and defile an otherwise beautiful time that I wish there were more of. Those salmon croquettes represented a time as an adult I'm not quite sure of. How do I love those days that so often turned horrible? There's something I've yet to unpack, something I have to work out. I know I do. But salmon croquettes will always be the fish and the food from my childhood, the one thing that was good even when the thing wasn't always good. Thank you.
Wow. Riveting. That was.
Sorry if that was depressing. You know how
Nah, man. Nah, you don't gotta apologize for your truth. You know, it can't all be fun. Damn. It was great. It was very well written, though. The imagery was outstanding. You was really in the kitchen with him, and the other dark places. But it was really well done. So, damn. I ain't got no witty jokes to make about that one, y'all. Nothing. No. We just gonna move on to our next contestant. We gotta let the room breathe for a second after that one. Whew. Our next contestant is ready. So again, this is the final poem. It's down to Mike and Ken, the final two contestants. This poem is about food and other things, apparently. So give it up. Wait, no, he's preparing. Give him a second. I'm giving that latitude. Y'all gotta remember Ken old, y'all. You gotta remember Ken be moving in slow motion. Just 2 weeks ago, Ken's back was out of commission, so we just glad to see him walk again, personally. So, with his last poem, give it up for Mr. Kenneth B. Inge.
Jesus Christ. This, I titled this one, Celibacy. Is that the right word? I don't know if I said it right. It is today. Brown skin. You know I love your brown skin. Not the light skin or the white skin, respectfully, but the brown, dark, tasty skin. I love the way the water dripping all over your body after a hot dip. There's nothing in the world like it. 240 days, not 4 T, 4 T. The struggle is real. I can't wait for you to give me something that I can feel. You sweet, sexy thing, you. We're distant lovers right now. That's what we are, me and you. And girl, it's breaking me down. My sweetest, sweetest taboo. Arm, leg, arm, head. Watch men. That doomsday clocking is ticking louder and louder because I can't wait to wrap my lips around that steamy, hot, fried chicken. Hot diggity dog. Is this motherfucking mic on?
We all should have expected his poem to be about chicken in hindsight. I blame myself. I blame the staff. I blame y'all as well for not reminding me his poem was going to be about chicken. But you know what it's time for? It's time for the final vote. The last vote of the morning. I meant the evening, the morning. It's broad ass daylight outside. Jayla, you want to go ahead and bring them both out? Let them be on stage for the last vote. It wasn't really planned, but I mean, they might as well be out there. There's only 2 people left. They can stand up here. Vote accordingly, y'all. Vote whose poem you really rocked with more, okay? We ain't got time for no ties. We ain't got time for that. Just, hey, vote accordingly. I don't know which way to go. I don't know. One poem was very introspective, and another poem just, he performed it so well. Damn. But yep, keep those votes coming in. Keep those votes coming in. This is ordinarily where I'd read another poem, but I don't think we had any more poem submissions. But I really did appreciate the ones that we had. All of them were good. Hopefully I read them correctly, because hey, on the pass through, it's easy to mess up a word or two, and hopefully I did your poems justice. I appreciate all of your submissions. I thank you all for taking the time to send us your art, honestly, because, you know, I just hope I honored it correctly, because I be my stuff wrong on occasion. But we got 2 people left. There they go on the stage, waiting it out. Ken took his scarf off, because it's hot. It's hot. Y'all don't have a mic right now, but I know what you're saying. Can't say you took it off because it's hot. Oh, they can hear me loud. No. So, the votes are in. Everything has been tallied. And your winner of the first Is the Mike Salone Poetry Slam, Mike Seaton. Where's the video thing? All right, so next up, we're going to let anyone who did not make it, we're going to let them come out and perform. So, can we stay out here for that? If you want to, yeah, you can stay out here. You could find a chair somewhere, anywhere, but we still got, B got to perform 2 more poems because B got put out in the first, and Rod got 1. So, coming, okay, cool. So, just like I thought, coming to the stage first, we got Beezy, 430. Go ahead.
All right, so this is more free flowing. This is not. I'm not rhyming. My next one I'm rhyming, but this one is more free flowing. And this is a favorite lyric one, so I'm gonna say the lyric last. Okay. After I read this. All right. Dad, you never left us when me and my sister came into this world. You showed me the blueprint on how to be a man. Be consistent, honest, a stand-up guy. Never be afraid of adversity. Remember when you first showed me how to change a tire when I was 6 years old? Remember when you had me out there in that cold-ass Detroit winter shoveling snow with you at 7 years old? Shit, I remember you playing basketball and baseball, and I'm saying to myself, damn, I want to do that too. Soon enough, I did. You had me feeling like an alien at school because a lot of the other kids didn't have their dads, just their moms. You came to every baseball and basketball game. As a matter of fact, shit, I think you came to every single game. You didn't miss not one. The tough love you showed me as a kid shaped me into the man I am today. For that, I'm forever grateful. Growing up watching Richard Pryor stand-ups, and also our favorite horror movie, The Thing, special moments with you I never forget. Like the first time I was listening to Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory, you showed me all the jazz albums that they were sampling. You picking me up from the mall when I was a teenager, blasting Chubb Rock, Treat 'Em Right. Shit, you couldn't tell me my dad was the coolest dad in the world. From my first day in my kindergarten to my graduation in high school, from my first home run, my first three-point shot, my first time riding a bike or getting my first car, you was there. Goes back to the words that Nas said. So many kids I knew never knew who Pop was. That's why I showed my Pop love, because he was still around when I popped up. Love you, Dad. Thank you for ever not leaving us.
Yeah, where you going, man? Where you going?
My bad.
I felt to say I'm finna leave.
No, I thought Rod was about to go next. All right. So this is the food one.
This
right?
one I want to hear.
This is the food one. All right. Gas stove only. Gas stoves only. Get them bowls and pots and pans. Don't be picky. Put that vegetable oil on them so it won't get sticky. Hope your stomach is completely empty, because I'm about to make a batch. What I'm talking about today is making some pancakes from scratch. In the kitchen, got the music playing to help get this thing perfected. But first, I'm getting these 4 tablespoons of butter melted. Gonna crack an egg or 2, depending on the feeling. Get a tablespoon of some sugar. Got to get those flapjacks looking appealing. I can't forget the taste of add a third of table salt. Bring out 2% milk and a half cup by default. Almost done with the ingredients. Another cup of some flour. Now we all set. Everything got 3 tablespoons of baking powder. Now I got my large bowl ready for ingredients to mix. Flour, baking powder, salt and sugar. Pour it in the milk and eggs, melted butter. Oh, I'm starting to lick my lips. Remember when I said put that vegetable oil in the pots and pans so the shit won't stick? Mm-hmm. Now I'm pouring the batter into my pan so that pancake can come out nice and thick. Brown on both sides, stacking those things on my plate. Maple syrup only with butter on top. Man, this shit's about to be great. Now I'm full as hell with my stomach sticking out to match. No matter if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, I'm always don't mind making some pancakes from scratch.
Blackjack, boy.
Gas stoves only.
Gas stoves only.
I heard that shit, man.
I was expecting my mama's biscuits, though. I can't lie.
Yes.
I was gonna do that, but you know.
Not my mama biscuit.
Not my mama biscuit.
All right, what's this last one? Hold on, let me see. First of all, shout out to this is low shit. All right.
You want to take
Okay.
You want this one?
Nah, you can just flip it up. Gas stoves only. Shout out to Mike and Ken, man. Y'all did an excellent job. For real, Mike. Like, that's crazy, man. I knew you was gonna bring it, but like, god damn, you really did, bro.
Thank you, bro.
And Ken, like, I did not expect the way, like, man, bro, like, yo, y'all did really, really well, man. I'm really proud of y'all boys and Beezy 430. But let's see. Okay, let's see how we close this out. Since y'all don't like Rod, I told y'all I don't like Rod. Let's see if Jason could come back. All right, this is my food one. Okay, how did I was gonna perform this? All right. I had a dream of Mike eating chicken. And I was like, what the fuck? Ken walked over to him with some hot sauce and said, and he said, my nigga, that's what's up. I mean, this dude was devouring this chicken, hands, mouth all greasy, licking his fingers, chewing, smacking his mouth, looking all cheesy. I'm like, you see this shit, Beezy? He's like, yeah, that nigga must have been hungry as fuck.
I guess all them greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, over the years, being a vegan just wasn't quite enough. So I'm like, hey, yo, Mike, you gotta be careful over there sucking on that bone. 100 years from now, they'll be coming along, checking your DNA, swearing that you and that chicken had some kind of freaky thing going on. I don't know if y'all, shout out Max Julian, I don't know if y'all know that reference. He like, whatever. Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? As a matter of fact, get your black ass away from my chicken before you get smacked. I'm like, my nigga, chill, in my best Lil Yachty everyday struggle voice. Then I proceeded to awkwardly walk over my ass back over to Kenneth Beezy, but with poise. Everything was all cool. They were laughing and giggling, talking about Mike was gonna fuck you up over that goddamn chicken, and that's it. What the fuck? That's it, man. That's it, bro.
Oh my God. Y'all are fucking idiots.
We appreciate y'all tuning into the Poetry Slam. Give us like a 5-minute intermission. We're gonna switch the stage back around to our normal setup. Then you're just gonna see the guys up there kicking it after like I said, like 5 minutes. So we'll be back shortly.
Dynamics. 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 Dynamics.
appreciate everybody for staying around, and appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's really a fun time, today. We are really looking forward to it. I want to take just a couple of minutes with that to thank really the producers of the show, Jalen, Kevin, Isaiah.
Sure, the mic is off. Damn.
Is the mic still on?
It's not.
Is the mic still on?
Spoken word and less.
Check.
Yeah, get your water. No one said, there we go.
And
That's like fun.
this thing is just my mic. Oh yeah, it probably was 7.
What's wrong with 7?
7 is the.
Oh, okay.
We got 2 7.
Gas stoves only.
That yo, you need to make a T-shirt of that.
Yeah.
Yo.
I think I'm down. Okay. All right. Getting better. I think we good now.
Yo.
Check.
Yep. There we, yeah.
The setup.
Yeah.
How does dude say he can hear Rod being Mike and I wasn't even out here?
And you would right. You.
I'm still checking to see if I'm good.
Said everybody except Ken.
Yeah.
Or it could be a delay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah, no, I'm off.
Where y'all reading it? Where y'all reading it? See in the chat.
Oh, it's on YouTube. I'll send it on.
Volume is low. Someone said, can't hear the ball guy. Which one? Oh, big ball guy. Damn.
Give us like 30 seconds. We got to switch out Ken's mic, and then we will be right back. So, we're going to switch to the graphic. We will return momentarily.
Dynamics.
Dare I ask, is the mic still on? Is it working, y'all? Shit. For real this time. God damn.
Right.
But yep, just let me know if we good. If we back.
Gave the thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Cool. Let's roll. But yeah, so again, yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. Thanks to everybody that tuned in. As I was saying earlier that we was really looking forward to it. But Kevin did a good job of just letting everybody know how excited we were to do this. And you guys are asking for it to be an annual event. So we'll see, man. We'll talk about it after the show. But before we get into like this wrap up, I just want to take just a quick minute to thank Jalen, Kevin, Isaiah for putting the whole show together. We came up with the idea and they kind of really took it from there and came up with the whole design and layout and everything, man. So we just showed up. So and gave our input, here and there. But they handled the bulk of getting this performance together for you guys. So huge shout out to them. And yeah, so here we are. So I guess I want to kind of thank you for opening the show. With the piece, man, that was a really, really dope idea. When Mike brought it forward to us,
Had us back there scared, bro.
Hey,
We were like, wait a minute, wait a minute, what's going on here?
It was like coincidental. I didn't even know that there was going to be themes.
Yeah.
But I kind of had a little bit of the nature thing. It was all right.
Yeah, it worked out. So you say you have an album coming out, right?
Yeah. I finished up my albums coming out November 11th. I got the first single coming out next month.
Okay.
And I'm pretty much gonna do like a thing where, like, the album will be like after the release date, the album will be up. I'm gonna put out like a new song and a new video every month for like the next year.
Okay. All right.
So you'll be here. I'll be talking about the album.
Definitely. What's the name of it?
Oh, it's called The Dope One.
The Dope One.
It's coming out on a Fake 4. Shout out to Chesky, big homie. So yeah, man, I'm excited about it. Just continuing to rep for Savannah,
Nice.
Yeah, that was super dope, man. We was back there like, Mike, why did you have this?
I don't know what I was thinking.
Dude, we was like, what?
I didn't know I was gonna have to go first. If I
didn't even know that it was gonna be y'all. I thought it was like something that y'all were throwing. It's like, okay, this is gonna be like a bunch of people doing poetry. My rap piece and shit. I didn't know.
That could be cool too, though. Yeah, that definitely could be cool too. But nah, man, it was really good. Yeah, nah, for sure.
So I remember. So I heard he was saying that it's been 10 years since you written, and then you said you hadn't done it in a while. I was like, was that your first time?
No. Early 2000s, somewhat in junior high school, stuff like that. Yeah. But no, I haven't written anything since those early 2000s, like right around when I moved to Atlanta. So
yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I played the trumpet and I played the trumpet and the drums as a kid. That was pretty much it.
Yeah, most stuff is a little bit more serious than, but but yeah, like I just wanted to come out here and have fun and stuff like that. So
I'm always nervous about like doing stuff at like poetry things, just because like I don't know, a lot of my experience with it, they're really like militant about don't just come and spit your rap verse while we're doing our poetry slam. So I've never really like got into that scene that way.
Yeah. What you did, it didn't sound like that. It sounded like an actual poem.
Yep.
I was trying to make the dramatic pauses in between sentences and shit.
I've never written. This is my first time ever like just sitting and writing poem or whatever. So
I mean, really, it was a lot more heartfelt than I thought it was gonna be. Like y'all were coming from some places.
Yeah, so
when I'm here to make you laugh, I was here to make you feel.
That's how you gotta do. That's how you gotta do. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Mike had already said like, yo, mine ain't gonna be no jokes. It's gonna be heartfelt. I remember you said that. So yeah, I had a feeling you was gonna come that route. So
I tried to write something else that was jokey. After B kept talking about you gonna laugh your ass off at my poem, I was like, shit. Everything I have is like,
my shit
not funny.
My shit was silly.
Yeah. Chat. No, I didn't say I was in junior high in the 2000s. Everybody, that's not fucking true.
That's what it sounded like too.
Yeah, I was. I combined sentences and words and shit. So it was all like one idea just put together. But yeah, that was in the 90s, not in the 2000s, not even close. But yeah, they say turn the mics up just a little bit. I don't know if you guys see that. Okay, cool. But yeah, super chats are open if anybody want to drop in anything. I saw a couple come through, so we really appreciate that. Sophie, of course, you guys know about now. Sophie and FIFA are not here. Maybe we should make them do something next week.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that?
We should make them
Man.
at least write one poem.
Yeah, at
We
least
had to
something.
write trees have leaves and sticks. Slings. Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
I think they should write at least one poem.
I do too.
And say it on the
And
show.
compete against each other.
Oh, that would, yeah. I think they should.
Just like a sudden death, one
Yep.
poem
yeah,
apiece.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because we had to write 3 poems. Like, this started off as just one. You know what I'm saying? We were just going to do one and perform it, but then they changed it to 3, which is cool. Like the fact that they changed it to 3, but yeah.
What brought on the idea?
I don't know.
It was
Kevin?
a month. It was something about the month, right?
Oh, it was Poetry Day, right, Kevin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so originally it was supposed to be on August 21st, which is Poets Day. And that idea was brought to me by Jalen, our other producer. And I said, I like it. I'm going to make a whole theme around it. And then it turned into this. So yes, it's supposed to be Poets Day, but y'all couldn't make it on the 21st because there was a lot of things going on, conflicting schedules. So we pushed it back to this week, and y'all showed up ready to perform. So it worked out.
I got a question. Like,
Mhm.
so what was everybody expecting, I guess? Like, just from this whole thing? Like, because I seriously wasn't expecting Ken. Because I didn't know the background of Ken of writing stuff or whatever. You know, Ken is kind of either quiet or just silly, which is what he actually brought. And then B, you know, B can be quiet, so I didn't expect him. I think Mike was the only one that I expect to like just really bring like a actual poem type thing. So like, what was everybody else's thoughts? Or did you think about it at all?
I didn't think about it at all, really. I mean, you know, it's kind of funny. Yeah, I was like thinking like, oh man, I wonder how Rod shit gonna sound or how Ken shit gonna sound, but not like I didn't have like any expectations of like what I think someone was gonna sound like or whatever.
Me either. I didn't really think about it until like whenever B would say something, like you were talking shit in the chat, talking about I got mine ready, and when he tried to sneak music in and shit like that. But nah, not really. I think for similar to you is that I knew Mike's background, so I had an expectation, of what he may do, but that was it. I figured at some point everybody on the show has at least tried to write something. So I'm surprised that y'all didn't at some point growing up.
Well, I did, but it was just it wasn't like that though. Like you know what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
And
thought it was
you talking? I'm
mostly
talking
funny
elementary school, huh?
For most of that, like I said earlier, I thought most of y'all were gonna like just what I mean, just be doing like some funny stuff, whatever y'all were doing.
Yeah.
So
I initially was gonna do that, but when I started writing, I don't know, just other stuff came out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because I really didn't have much time to do this. Like everybody knew at this point that I've been busy moving, and if you listen to any of the podcasts, I've been like really busy. So I was just happy that I was able to get 3 poems out, honestly, just to get it out so I could show up. So I'm glad people was messing with it for the most part. But yeah,
did it take y'all long to write the stuff?
So that was the thing. So I had been out of town a bunch, and I didn't really have a lot of time. When I came back, I was like, all right, I need to write 3 poems. And then I just kept procrastinating. And then one night, it was like literally like 1 a.m. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and start this shit. And then I started writing, and before I knew it, that one that I did, that was about the love one, that shit was originally like 2 pages long. And I was like, oh, fuck. Kevin said I only got a minute and a half. I'm going to get disqualified. I was like, let me try to edit this shit down. But no, I was actually expecting a bunch of jokes. So I was like, oh, they're going to hate my shit. Because I feel like they would expect me to come up and make a bunch of jokes. And I was like, I don't have anything funny to say. So I expected, honestly, I literally expected to get voted out first round. Because I figured like the crowd would just want to hear y'all be funny. So
I thought I was going to be out first round. Because because I was, especially after, at least you two went, I was like, oh shit, they gonna hate my shit. And then there was like you said, the 90-second time constraint that we had. So I was like, okay, what can I write and put together in like 90 seconds? And I knew I had been talking about the tree on the show. So I figure for people that listen to the show, it'll probably be kind of good to kind of tie that back into that. So that's where I was with that. But yeah, kind of like you too. I've been ripping and running around doing a lot of stuff. And then I was just kind of, when I looked at the outline that Jalen sent, I was like, okay, nature's on, food. So I already knew the food one. That was easy for me. But nature and the song were the two that I was thinking about. And then it just kind of, I'll be driving and then it just kind of hit me. Oh, I'll say this, I'll say that. Some of the best shit that I had is gone. Like it was in my head.
Yes.
Man, I had some really good shit.
Oh man, you gotta write it down.
Oh my god, I was driving. I was like,
or record. You should have voice recorded.
I know.
As an MC, I can say like you lose albums just thinking like, oh, I remember that line. I'm gonna get that like.
Bro, the first one I had like this whole. I felt was a little bit like I in my head I was making coffee, and it was one morning and I did the whole thing in my head. I was like, I'm gonna remember this shit. I got in the car, blank. Yeah, no. Like blank. Everything was gone. So I was like, shit. But
I was actually surprised. I wrote all 3 of those in 2 nights. Because I was just once I started writing the first one, I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and try to get this other one done. Because the lyric one was the first one immediately. I don't know why the 50 Cent line. I was gonna use a Jay-Z line just because I know no one would expect me to use a Jay-Z line. But then the Fat Kid Loves Cake line popped up.
No one would expect you to use a 50 Cent
line.
That's
I was like, all right.
What was the Jay-Z line you was going to use?
It was from that. It was another love line. He said, "I love." I think it's in Big Pimpin', that's the one where they're on the boat, right?
Love him, leave him.
That was it.
Oh,
say it
yeah.
again.
Was it love him, leave him, but I
like
don't fucking need him.
Yeah.
Love him, leave him. What is it? Love it, leave him.
But I don't fucking need him. Yeah.
I see how that could relate.
That one.
Yeah,
it was gonna be that one, but then I was gonna twist that around.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I kind of like the 50 Cent one because it's just kind of. So I almost didn't use it because I was like, I hope nobody gets offended because I said Fat Kid, but
he already said it.
Well, that's true. He already said it. But
well, I mean, if you
like,
have to choose between which one of those 2 lines is gonna piss people off,
well,
love them, leave
true.
them, fuck them. Yeah,
true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. What is that?
No, I was gonna say like, I wrote this, the second and third one, literally last night.
Oh shit!
Literally last night, I was just like, man, I got to get this out. The first one I had a little bit more time. Obviously, you could tell that one's a lot more developing than the other 2. But yeah, those other 2, I was just like, yeah, I got to get this out or whatever. But
that was my one performance critique. Like generally, is like, I think that all the pieces were like strong. I just think if you guys just had more time to like work on the like reciting of it and like reading and stuff like that, it would have been even stronger.
That's what and I think I was saying that before the battle. I was like, man, I really wish I had time to memorize this and just not even have my phone or anything. And
when you're doing the stuff and like you're getting to a line and you get like that stuff, if you've been going over it for like a couple of days, it's like when you lose your spot, you kind of remember words and where to look and stuff like that.
Yep.
And it could change the inflections too.
Exactly.
So like if I didn't have to read, my inflections probably would have been slightly different,
more natural.
Or whatever, more natural. So that's why I wish I had more time just to kind of put it together.
Oh, you guys definitely got to do this shit again.
It's just like I've been traveling and stuff, and I already had ideas of what I wanted to do for my poems while I was on the flight, but I didn't want to write them until I got like home. I can just like literally sit down and just write out all my ideas that I had. But I literally did all that. I did 3 of my poems all on Thursday, all in that day. Whatever day I text y'all.
Did you get to practice at all?
You said what?
Did you get to practice at all?
The one about my dad I did.
Okay.
That was the only one I feel like I can do. Like I didn't need to hold the phone to do it. But the other ones, I would have definitely needed more time just to like home them in.
I mean, that was definitely the best one. The one that I liked the most out of yours.
What?
The one about your dad?
Oh yeah. That's Because I was either gonna do one about my mom, but I was like, let me do one about my dad since he's still here. You know what I'm saying? Like I still talk to him, see him every day.
Yeah.
Not see him, but talk to him every day and everything. So I was like, let me give him his flowers while you can still smell them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did that one. But and when I was on the plane, I'm like, because I love pancakes. Like I can eat pancakes. Like when people ask what you want for breakfast, I know what B want. He want pancakes. Like I can pancakes. So I was like, I gotta do one about pancakes. So and then I love the beach. Like every time I go on vacation, I have to go somewhere where it's the beach.
Yeah.
Somewhere tropical. Something I can sit out. I can literally sit on the beach from sun up to sundown. Like literally.
That was cool about your nature one too, is that it was about like a specific thing.
Yeah.
About nature.
Yeah, I like how you ended it. Yeah, that was super dope.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
so Kevin, who are you saying didn't follow the rules? You said only a couple of us.
Oh yeah, I'll be very specific. I'll be very, very specific. You can put the camera on him if you want to. Rod, I was confused with his nature poll. Okay, he mentioned the fireside. He said like something about sitting by a fireside, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But then the rest of it was really about the nature between Rod versus Jason. Was that how you spun it into that type of nature?
Yeah, it's that plus like the naughty by nature. You know, that's naughty by nature references and all that. So it was just a spin on the nature topic.
Okay.
So that's why I opened it with you down with OPP.
That's okay. I got that part. And then I was like, okay, but this isn't. Where are the trees?
It was more abstract, like conceptual nature.
Yeah.
It was the nature of man.
Rod got too deep for y'all, boy.
Yeah, for real.
Rod, it was so abstract it went over my head. Maybe that's what it was. I blame myself, Rod.
Yeah, that one I had, like I said, I had a little bit more time to do that one. So yeah.
Othelius Maximus says you a bully by nature. That's funny.
I want to read a couple of these super chats. We got a live coming up on the Dead and Hip Hop channel. That's at 2 p.m. So I want to go ahead and jump on some of these super chats. There were a lot of stickers that came through during the performance, so we really thank you guys for that. Let's see. So Germ wrote in, that was an amazing slam. Please make it yearly. Drink more water. If you guys redid those verses, he wrote, if you guys redid those verses and put it on a Beezy beat, that would be 3 dope songs about nature, a song, lyric, and food. Haha. A little 3-song EP. Have FIFO and Sophie as guest verses. They
ain't gonna write nothing.
Guest verses.
And I was gonna say that real quick too. I think Mike is obviously missing the calling, but also I think that could be like something cool for your channel. Like if you did like just poetry, I'm telling you, man, I think people will really mess with that.
I don't like putting stuff like that out there because like remember I was back there, I was like, I'm nervous about this next one.
And that's fine.
But that's
be
because
nervous.
I don't really
Most
read comments
artists
like
are
that
nervous
anymore, but I just don't want to hear people,
Man, I'm telling you,
that's too much to judge.
Just try it. Just try it. Just try the content.
I'll do under a fake
I would
name.
watch it.
Yeah,
I would absolutely watch it. I would
Thank
absolutely watch you do poetry on your channel. I would absolutely watch that.
It's just I think the fact that we started off where like I was the one that was just like everybody sucks, you suck, your music sucks, and now I'm getting to the point now where I'm just like all of that is really shitty things to say, and I definitely don't want to put myself out there and have some asshole like me that's just like you suck, all your shit sucks. That shit about your daddy, fuck your daddy sucks too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it. So maybe one day, I don't know, but not right now.
I think you should just try it at least, man, for real.
Just as an outlet. I mean,
I'm sensitive about my shit.
Exactly, because it felt like an outlet. So I think
it don't got to be for like anybody but you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But obviously, I mean, it seemed like it was cathartic.
Oh, you mean writing in general, not on my YouTube channel?
I mean, getting it out, performing it.
Well, if it's on the YouTube channel, that's not just I'll think about it.
Tony Q10, love the gas stoves only because I do be asking what kind of stoves they got before trying their food. That's funny.
Wait, what did he say?
He said he do ask people what kind of stoves they have before trying their food.
Yeah, gas stove, man. Gotta be gas stove.
Yep. Hey guys, with the new Game of Thrones series just starting up, and this is from Eric Kirby, can you tell us your top 2 shocking / speechless moments from the OG Games series?
That's a good question.
I only seen the first episode and the last episode, so I wouldn't.
Wait,
Damn, bro.
wait, you only watched the first?
I watched the first episode when the show first started,
Uh-huh.
and then I watched the very last episode, like when it was getting ready to end, because I was kind of like deciding, like, all right, am I gonna binge this and like watch the whole thing?
The answer is
And-
yes. You need to binge it.
I mean, that last episode wasn't really that.
No,
bad.
the last season was
Yeah,
ass.
the last
Okay.
season, last
But
season
the
was
previous
definitely
seasons were
'Cause
just
I was-
so good.
I was watching it and like people were like sliding downstairs doing kung fu and shit. I was like, wait, is this the same show? I thought it was supposed to be like a surreal
No.
show.
No, watch it. Watch it,
All right.
man. Watch it.
Huh.
I could easily say this. Easily. my two most surprising moments. One was obviously, and spoiler alert if you have not watched it, but well, actually, close your ears for a minute. Because this was very major.
Okay.
Well, don't say it then. He's going to hear you.
Okay.
He's going to hear you.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, it is a super
That's
chat.
that on frames. That's a frames per second. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Good job, Jalen.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
so let me
That
say
boy's
that
smart.
again. What is it?
Yep.
Okay, Eric, tune in to Frames Per Second for our review of the second episode of the new series House of Dragon. We will answer your question there. We do not want to spoil it for our esteemed guests
Yes.
here.
Really just gonna have me have my ears.
Yeah, right.
He really did.
He really thought that was going to work.
For a second, I was like, okay, maybe he went.
Still going to hear you.
No.
It never works.
Not going to back it up for you.
He did do it.
I was like, oh,
And I was like, well, he's gonna hear something. I guess
you know, serious?
That's like I'm expecting to hear.
He's about to explain the whole plot. This next question is for you, Dope Knife. Drink more water. Which rappers do you take inspiration from? How do you get started with your rapping career? And which current rappers do you listen to?
The rappers that I was inspired by growing up, I used to be a real big Ice-T fan when I was a kid. So it's like when I got into rap late, about when I was 18. So it was much more of like I was much more impressed by like the technical aspects of it. But the one rapper that I listened to from when I was like 9 and stuff was Ice-T. So I'd say when I started putting my style together, it was like I was thinking like Ice-T mixed with like Redman and like content-wise, I was listening to a lot of Moral Technique stuff back then. So it's kind of a hodgepodge of that. Rap career stuff. I mean, trust me, if I had all of the answers figured out to that, I would be at a better spot than I am right now.
He
But
wouldn't
I
be hanging out
mean,
with us.
the biggest thing that I can say is that, you know, for people who are trying to get off the ground or trying to figure out something, is just do the shit. You know, like don't try to wait for anybody to give you permission to do stuff, or don't let like the perfect situation get in the way of you making any progress at all. You know, so if you think that you don't have the right equipment to go record, screw that shit, because people are making #1 hits recording on shitty mics every day. You know, so that's the one thing I would do. I say if it's something that you want to do, just find the time and find the space that you can make the music and make it and put it out there. Like we're telling Mike, you know, just put it out there for people to see, and you have to do it for yourself first and live with the results. You know, you can't really go into it having like expectations that you're gonna want to like chisel in stone, because it's like playing the lottery. You know, some people get lucky, some people don't, some people are kind of in the middle. So that would be my advice. Just do it on your own terms.
Okay. And last one, who you listening to right now?
Griselda all day. It's just like
Okay.
polluting my mind with Griselda.
Cool. Last super chat that came through is from Kyle Spence. It says, excellent job, everyone. I enjoy seeing everyone in or out of their element. Mike, you really does this, bro. So yeah.
Thank you.
So there we go. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. You know, I know we're coming up on 15 minutes before the Dead End Hip Hop Live at 2. So I mean, we got 5 minutes. If y'all wanna,
You gonna spit another piece?
That's what it sounded like he was going to. Like,
Let me go ahead and give y'all this last one real
Right,
quick.
right.
I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black and black.
I almost used it in one of my poems.
You should have.
When he said, turn around and eat your
Turn
big
around
ass
and eat your
biscuit.
big ass biscuit, yeah.
But nah, once again, you know, I just want to thank Isaiah, Kevin, and Jalen, man, for putting this thing together. You know, I mean, you know,
Nah.
very organized. Even sent the doc out and everything,
No, yeah, they did a great job, man.
which was
Nah,
great.
For sure.
Came in handy.
Even
I
though
was-
Kevin lied to me and told me what, you know, half-assed what the rules were, and they weren't that. So
I
make
just
sure
went by,
everybody knows that.
dang, Kev. I just only went by the doc. That's all I went by.
It's supposed to be on my side, bro. Why you just going? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it was text to us. You know what I mean?
CMB.
Oh yeah.
CMB. We all we got.
We all we got.
Kev, I know you was talking, you was hosting, but like, how did you feel like the rounds and stuff? Who did you have going into the next rounds and stuff like that?
Oh, you asking me to judge?
Yeah.
Made it to the
Just
finals? If it was up to me?
Yeah, if it was up to you.
Okay, cool. So after the first round, I was thoroughly impressed with everyone's performances. To be honest with you, you all were way better than I expected. I'm glad you guys took it seriously. After the first round, though, because your poem wasn't about nature, you probably would have been the first one to go.
Mm-hmm.
It was good though. It was really good. I was like, this is really on theme. The second one about song lyrics, all of them were really well done. But and so now I'm imagining if B would have moved on, if B did the poem about his daddy, that would have been good. And then Ken did his about it was Stevie Wonder. It was songs. It was the poem in the key of life. Like I said, it's hard. And then Mike's caught me off guard so much just because it was an artist that he doesn't talk about often. He went in the right direction. That probably would have been my hardest round to judge personally. I probably would have had to let Ken go, unfortunately, for that one, just because the other two, I could tell that they were really writing from a deep place. So it probably would have had them moving on. It would have been down to Mike and B in the finals, and then it would have been about the food, and then Mike's food poem was deep. B's food poem was great.
Yeah.
Gas stoves only. Hey, that's a banger.
That's a banger.
So I went outside to smoke a cigarette. How come you didn't do the pancakes in the main thing?
He got voted out.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
I got voted out. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that was my favorite one.
Yeah, if he would have made it to the food round, he would have impressed a lot of people.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, he ain't make it there. It would have been down to gas stoves only and Mike's poem, and I mean it's hard to vote against Mike's poem. It really is. It was just well rounded. It was fun. It was dark. It was everything a poem should be. It rhymed. Even the poems would have to rhyme. But I prefer.
He told me it had to rhyme.
Mike's lying.
Kevin told me it had to rhyme, y'all.
I said I prefer if the poem.
I don't write shit that rhymes, and Kevin made me.
And it was great.
Thank you, bro.
It was gripping.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah. So yeah.
But it wasn't like rhymy though. It still sounded poetic, like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would do. And Mike probably would still ended up winning in my books, but it was a great show all around, guys. I think you guys did really well. I appreciate you guys for taking the theme and the idea seriously and running with it, because I was nervous. When we pitch ideas to y'all, I'll be nervous that y'all just gonna be like, nah, that's stupid. But y'all was like, you know what? Let's try it. And you tried it.
I'm with Kevin. I think I even said, I was like, man, I'm expecting people gonna show up and not really take it seriously. Because I know y'all are busy.
Well, the first one happened.
Huh?
The first one happened. People didn't show up.
Well, I think we already called that. But I was like, I'm the only one that's not super like family. Well, no, B doesn't have like a kid or nothing like that. But y'all, I feel y'all got kids and shit. So I was like, I don't know how seriously they're gonna take this. So I didn't want to take it seriously. So I didn't really take it that seriously. Because I didn't want to write a bunch of shit and y'all come in here with jokes and be like, damn man, I feel bad.
Oh,
but nah, man, this was fun, man, and everybody impressed me a lot. So that was cool.
Wednesday, we are doing Martin's Trivia on Frames Per Second
Finally.
at 9 p.m.
Yes.
After how many years, B?
Like
It's been at least
2 years. Yeah,
It's been 2 years.
Going on
we've
2
had
It's been a
years.
minute.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So tune in for that. Should be a lot of fun. And make sure you guys come back at 2 p.m. on the Daddy and Hip Hop channel. We will see you there. We're gonna get out of here, man, and let you guys take a quick break, and we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.